Sterling has had his first Arsenal training session. So in today's video, I'm just going to show you the clips next to me and just analyze it all and a couple of extra things too. But before I begin, if you are new here, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button and turn on those notifications. It will be very much appreciated. So I'm just going to show you to the side Sterling, and that's him. Arsenal have done pretty much a player cam sort of session for Sterling released on their Twitter, but it's not out on YouTube, so I thought I'd just give it to you guys. And you can already see the intelligence he has on the ball, the quick dribbling, and he just plays with this sort of authority and confidence in his own ability that is just really, really good. And you can tell there's a sort of respect as well from the group, you know, just friendly fire challenges going in, Sterling dribbling, taking on his man, flicks as well. You can tell he already looks so confident. And I think the best thing about this is, you know, there was photos released after the session about how tired Sterling looked. You know, I know it sounds crazy, but when you see a player knackered, you see a player tired, you can tell they've been put through their paces. And at Arsenal, we know Arteta values training sessions. We all remember the famous, if I lose a duel, I am upset. We all remember, you know, saying if the small-sided games I lose, I am upset. Arteta takes training very serious because he thinks training can just easily translate into the games, which is fair enough, to be honest. But yeah, great to see Sterling in training, playing as well as he is in that training session. I know it's only clips, but you can already tell he has what we need. And crashing the box as well. There's a couple of instances where he's come into the box, scoring a tap-in. That is what we need from our winger. We don't quite have it on that side of the pitch. Saka isn't the best box crasher either, so someone like Sterling will complement Saka so well. And finally, those Saka backstick balls into the box will finally find someone like Sterling who likes that back post zone. And I can just see us scoring so many goals. I'm just so excited for this Sterling signing. I know a lot of you aren't excited, which is quite interesting, to be fair, because someone like Sterling a couple of years ago, we would have all wanted him at the club. We would have all wanted Sterling at the club before his move to Chelsea. But it just goes to show, you know, bad environment, you know, too many players, managerial changes, it impacts how a player performs. But we can hopefully get Sterling back to his best, because I think he's actually a top player, top draw, has everything we need in that, you know, wing position: goals, assists, dribbling, 1v1 threat as well. He had all of those things, and it's just absolutely great we have him at the club. And I did this post on Instagram. I was like, what is Arsenal's best front three now that Sterling is here? I'd probably go Sterling, Havertz and Saka. For me, I know we all love Martinelli and Trossard, but for me, Sterling is someone that knows how to hold the width. He's very, very good at holding the width, something that Martinelli isn't great at because he's an inside forward. Trossard as well doesn't really operate the best on the wing as well. So having Sterling, who knows how to play on the wing, knows how to hold touchlines from Guardiola days, even at Chelsea, that's what he does. He's going to be so good, guys. I can't express enough how good Raheem Sterling is going to be for Arsenal, and I just want to see you guys support him, back him. He's excited for the challenge. I showed you the interview the other day. He wants to perform, he wants to reach the heights that we know he can get to, and Arsenal under Mikel Arteta, he is definitely going to do that. Another bit of extra news is regarding Leandro Trossard. If you didn't know, you know, a bid came in from Al Ittihad for around 30 million euros. Arsenal rejected it, of course, but it's quite interesting to see that clubs still going for Trossard, even though, you know, the window's shut, we wouldn't have enough time to replace him. But again, it just shows the importance of Trossard that we rejected that sort of offer. For me, if you want to go to Saudi, it would have to be at least double that for me to let Trossard go. Is that important to our squad? And yeah, a lot of you were asking in the comments what Sterling's number is. It is number 30. His number is number 30. He's going to be the new number 30 of Arsenal. I thought he would take number 31, but it's quite interesting. There must be a sort of symbolic reason for Sterling taking the number 30. I'm just really interested to know what that could be, because 31 was his first number at Liverpool and that was available. You could see the nostalgia, almost like Arsenal was this reset to the start of his career, but no, he chose 30. So we're going to have our number 30 on the wing, Raheem Sterling, and I'm sure a lot of you were expecting him to also take number 10. That didn't happen either, so it's just quite interesting overall, to be honest, Sterling's thought process. Why not taking the number 10? Why not taking the number 31? Maybe he just wants completely to get rid of the past, even though he wore those numbers before. He wants a new number for a new team, and that's what Arsenal are currently. And of course, the international break has finally come upon us. An interesting start to the season. I just want to talk about it. I've made a video again about Arsenal getting robbed, the amount of decisions that Arsenal, you know, went against them, which was just so annoying, to be honest. But what can you do, to be honest? What can you actually do? We've just got to keep on going. We've got to trust the boys. We've got big games coming up, and I'm sure, you know, winning the North London derby will just lift all our spirits so much. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the Arsenal can turn up. We can have, you know, Partey in the midfield. I think it's probably the game where Unfortunately, Havertz is going to have to come back into that left 8 number position because we need some sort of threat from that position. Obviously, Odegaard right 8. Number 9, of course, is going to have to be Gabriel Jesus for me. If he's fit, definitely Jesus. I think Arteta as well wants to try the Jesus Havertz thing again. Left wing, I think it's got to be Raheem for me. Right wing, Saka. The rest of the team picks itself. I think I would actually put Calafiori left back. For me, he has won me over. He's had some brilliant cameos. I think it's about time now. He's integrated. He's used to the boys. He looks confident. He loves the club. You can tell he was singing North London Forever as well on the bench the other day. I think it's the game for Ricardo Calafiori to come in at left back. I know Julian Timber has been really, really good, but we need a left-footed player for the balance, and I think Calafiori is the right profile. You know, it's a tricky game, North London derby. Announce yourself. Show the world how good you are, you know, and I'm confident Calafiori will perform to the highest of levels if he's put into that game. So yeah, Mikel Arteta has a lot of decisions to make, but yeah, the main takeaway from this video, gunners, Raheem Sterling, finally, first training session, we got to see a bit of him. He looks pretty good, to be honest. Energy, pace, skill, 1v1 threat. Leandro Trossard bid come in from Saudi. I don't know why they bid for him, to be honest. We would never want to sell. Raheem Sterling taking up the number 30 shirt. Let me know down below your thoughts on that. And of course, the international break, whereby Arteta will have the time to think about which players he'd want to play against Tottenham and the right profiles to ensure we come out that game with a massive win. Anyway, gunners, I'm going to play a video from my second channel. Please make sure you go and subscribe. It will be very, 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 very much appreciated. There's a link in the description to that second channel at TM Talks Ball. But yeah, enjoy this video and maybe watch the full version too on my second channel. Peace. Ranking your club's start to the Premier League season. I've got all 20 clubs here, and I'm just going to do this by a simple like A grade, B grade, C grade, F grade sort of ranking. So let's just get straight into it. And I'm going to start with the guys that have impressed me the most, and that is Liverpool. And most certainly for me, they deserve an A+. Absolutely incredible under Arne Slot. I think they're passing the ball really, really well, getting into really great positions, and it's almost as if Klopp is a far distant memory. It's almost like they're still under Klopp in the fact that they're still performing at a high level, they're still exciting, and I feel like the future is definitely bright under Slot ball, and I feel like they're definitely going to be, you know, title challengers and continue this form for a very, very long time. Next up, it is Manchester City, and it's A-. I didn't want to put too many in A+, but I feel like Man City, we know how good they are. I feel like they've made some, you know, quite silly mistakes in certain games. I think they've made some quite silly mistakes in certain games, which makes their sort of ranking go a bit lower. But of course, Erling Haaland is firing. What's there not to like for a City fan, to be honest? But I feel like A- to the standards we know City can get to is pretty fair. Let's just go straight into Arsenal, my team. And I feel for us, pretty much it is an A-. I feel like it's an A- as well. I know it hasn't been great, but if you're looking at the fixtures, we've had Wolves, Aston Villa, Brighton. It's a pretty decent start. Of course, you would want to, you know, beat Brighton at home.